You know when you're scrolling through TikTok Live and suddenly the chat just explodes with these massive animated galaxy
Oh,
GIFs?
yeah, totally. They're super flashy.
Right, so visually loud. And it definitely makes you wonder, okay, what does all that digital sparkle actually, translate to
Yeah.
in the real world
What is it?
for the creators?
Exactly.
So today we're going to do a deep dive into exactly that.
That's the plan. Our mission here, basically, is to unpack the nuts and bolts of the TikTok Galaxy gift.
Right.
We want to clarify what it costs someone to send one of those pretty impressive displays, and maybe more importantly, how much of that cash actually lands in the creator's account.
And also why TikTok is involved in that transaction. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll touch on why TikTok takes a portion too.
Okay, so to get a clearer picture, we've been looking at a recent discussion. It was on the SocialWick podcast, I think from April 17th.
That sounds right.
And it's interesting because, well, SocialWick usually focuses on helping creators grow on Instagram, mostly.
Right, Instagram's their usual beat.
But they had this specific segment that really dove into TikTok's gifting system, which gives us a pretty useful, external view on how these monetization models are being looked at across the whole creator landscape.
A good perspective. So let's maybe start with the fundamental question. What exactly is a Galaxy gift on TikTok Live?
Okay, so think of it like this. During a live stream, viewers have this option, right? To send virtual gifts. It's a way to show appreciation, maybe support the creator.
Like tipping, basically.
Kinda, yeah. And the Galaxy is one of the, well, more prominent ones. It's really flashy, animated, so it definitely grabs your attention in the live chat feed.
And it's crucial to get that these Galaxy gifts aren't just like digital fluff. They have a real-world cost for the person sending them.
They're purchased using TikTok coins, right?
Exactly. Which viewers have to buy with actual money first.
Okay, so let's get specific then. How much does it actually cost someone, in real dollars to hit that button and send a Galaxy?
So according to the discussion we checked out, a single Galaxy gift costs the sender 1,000 TikTok coins.
1,000 coins. Okay.
Yeah. The dollar value of those coins, it can vary a little bit. Depends on how many coins you purchase at once.
Ah, right. Like buying in bulk often gets you a slightly better rate.
Exactly. Buying larger bundles usually gives you a slightly better, per coin cost.
Gotcha. So there's that bulk buy thing happening. But generally speaking, what's the approximate US dollar figure we're talking about if someone just wants to send one Galaxy?
Generally, the estimate from the SocialWick hosts was somewhere in the range of 13 to 15 US dollars.
$13 to $15. Okay.
So yeah, it's a tangible financial contribution from the viewer.
Mhm.
Definitely not just pocket change for most people.
Which brings us, I think, to the really big question for creators and probably for anyone watching these gifts fly by.
Yeah.
How much of that, say, $13 to $15 actually ends up in the creator's pocket? This is where it gets kind of interesting, right?
Absolutely. There's a significant difference between what the sender pays and what the creator ultimately receives.
Okay.
But the experts on SocialWick, they pointed out that creators typically earn around $5 USD per Galaxy gift received.
Wow. Okay, so $5. That's less than half of what the fan is spending.
Yeah,
That really underscores the role that TikTok itself plays in this whole exchange, doesn't it?
it really does. TikTok takes a substantial portion, a commission, basically.
For what exactly? Providing the platform.
Yeah, for providing the platform, facilitating the transaction itself, offering the visibility for these live streams to even happen and get viewers.
Right.
So to put it into like a tangible example, if a creator gets, let's say, 5 Galaxy gifts during one live stream,
Okay, 5 Galaxies.
they wouldn't be looking at, what, $65 or $75 based on what fans spent.
Right, not 5 times 15.
No, instead it would be much closer to $25.
That's a really clear way to put it. 25 versus potentially 75. That difference. It naturally makes you ask, why does TikTok take such a, significant cut?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, TikTok is this massive global operation, right?
Sure.
And like any business operating at that scale, it has enormous running costs. Just consider the sheer amount of live video being streamed constantly.
All that data.
Yeah, the servers needed to handle it all, the bandwidth, the systems that help creators get discovered in the first place, all of that infrastructure, the maintenance, it comes with considerable expense.
That totally makes sense when you frame it like that. It's not like running, I don't know, a small personal blog. This is global.
Exactly.
Are there other platforms out there, similar ones with gifting or tipping, that operate on a similar model, like this revenue sharing?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this kind of model is actually quite common across platforms that offer ways for fans to support creators directly.
Like Twitch.
Yep. Think about Twitch with its bits, YouTube Live has Super Chat and channel memberships.
Oh, right. Super chat.
Even Instagram has its badges feature now for lives.
Yeah.
They all generally operate on a principle where the platform takes a share of the revenue generated through that fan support.
So it's standard practice,
Yeah,
basically.
it is. Although the SocialWick hosts did make a point of saying that TikTok's share seems to be uh, pretty steep, was the phrase used, I think. Especially when you compare it maybe to some of the others.
Okay. Pretty steep. Got it. So now we've got a clearer picture. Galaxy costs the viewer maybe $13 to $15. Creator gets about $5. But for a creator who's trying to build their presence, maybe make some income, is getting these Galaxy gifts actually, like, worthwhile?
That's a really nuanced question, actually. And the SocialWick discussion emphasized that the answer really depends a lot on the individual creator's goals, maybe how consistently they're going LVE.
Okay.
I mean, while a single Galaxy might only translate to around $5, those gifts can certainly add up over time, especially for creators who've built up a really engaged and, generous community.
And I guess it's not just about the Galaxy gift in isolation, is it? There are tons of other virtual gifts on TikTok Live, smaller ones, bigger ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All sorts of different price points.
And creators can also earn through things like subscriptions now, too, right? Which all contributes to their overall income stream from lives.
Precisely. So when you consider the potential for, various types of gifts coming in during a stream, alongside maybe any recurring subscription revenue they might have, it can become a more meaningful income stream.
Right. There's a but coming, I feel.
Well, yeah, as SocialWick pointed out, it's probably not a reliable strategy for creators to, depend solely on virtual gifts as their main source of income.
That makes total sense. It's just too unpredictable, right? You can't really budget based on hoping for galaxies.
Exactly. Very unpredictable.
Did the folks on SocialWick also talk about creators maybe talking to their viewers about this, about the actual value?
They did, yeah. And it's a really important point. They stressed how valuable it can be for creators to just be open with their audience about the actual financial value they receive.
Because some viewers might not know.
Right. Some viewers might genuinely think, oh, I spent $15. My favorite creator gets $15. Educating them, gently, can help manage expectations and maybe foster a more, informed kind of support.
Yeah, transparency. And it's also crucial to remember, isn't it, that these monetary gifts, like the Galaxy, they aren't the only form of valuable support viewers can offer.
Absolutely not. The SocialWick discussion really highlighted this, too, that engagement, simple stuff, really.
Like what? Comments.
Yeah, leaving comments, sharing the live stream, even just sticking around and increasing the overall watch time. Those actions are also incredibly valuable for a creator's growth on TikTok.
Maybe even more valuable in the long run.
Potentially, yeah. While a Galaxy gives that immediate monetary boost, that kind of engagement can lead to wider visibility, maybe attract new followers, get more views on future videos. It has ripple effects.
Okay. So if we kind of bring it all together then,
Yeah.
our deep dive into the SocialWick chat has basically shown us that while a fan might spend somewhere around, say, $13 to $15 for that flashy Galaxy gift on TikTok Live, the creator who actually receives it will typically see about $5 of that amount after TikTok takes its commission.
And just having this understanding, knowing the mechanics is really important for creators at every stage, whether they're just starting out with lives or they're doing it all the time.
Yeah, it gives them a much clearer picture of the direct financial impact of these specific gifts.
Exactly.
It definitely does. And, that makes you think, now that we have a better handle on the monetary value of a Galaxy, what other kinds of, currency are really at play in that relationship between the creator and their viewers?
That's interesting.
I mean, beyond the dollars and cents, how might things like audience engagement and building that really strong sense of community, how might those ultimately be even more impactful for a creator's long-term success? That's definitely something interesting to kind of mull over, isn't it?